Thank you for joining me here this evening for one last update on this ongoing severe weather outbreak in Pennsylvania. Right now we have a storm capable of producing golf ball-sized hail approaching Ford City that is currently moving off to the south and the east at about 45 miles per hour. Again, this is a storm capable of producing golf ball-sized hail and wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour. If you are included in this warning, make sure that you are getting away from windows whenever this storm approaches. This is approaching Saxonburg, Clinton, Harrison Township, Lechburg, Vandergift, and Ford City in Pennsylvania. This is going to be crossing over Highway 28 relatively soon. There are a few pockets of hail in this that we're watching. There's this one, there's this one, there's this one, but most impressively, there's the one crossing Highway 8 right now. Okay, so we have that storm, but we've also got another severe thunderstorm capable of producing quarter-sized hail and wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour that is currently heading towards Mahoning here in Pennsylvania. The one with the golf ball-sized hail has had a history of doing just a little bit of rotation here. If we take it back just a few frames, you can actually see that rotation there. It was not super intense. It was mostly just broad rotation, and now it's kind of died out completely. But we will watch this supercell to see if it does try to recycle and produce another tornado. We still do have a slight risk of severe weather for the rest of the night here, driven by damaging winds and large hail. We also have a marginal risk of tornadoes that we're going to watch for. We do have several wind damage reports for today. Okay, we've got large trees down blocking University Avenue there in Mechanicsburg. We have got some trees down in the Lewiston area and highway signs down as well. We also have some power lines and trees down in Williams Spot. We have the 80-foot pine trees that were knocked over, which is very significant. We have a flash flooding report here from portions of Butler County, and this area does have 2 flash flood warnings up. Okay, so if you are anywhere from Punxsutawney back towards Grove City and even all the way out towards New Bedford, you are actually under a flash flood warning right now. Okay, so make sure that you're not outside driving. These are very dangerous conditions to be doing that in. In this stream, we are kind of going to be recapping what happened today, as well as covering these last couple of severe storms as they die out here. Neither of them are that impressive other than a hail threat, okay? These storms will still be capable of producing large to very large hail here. So we're going to have to watch that, but damaging winds and tornadoes are pretty much out of the question at this point. Again, this supercell is rotating just a tiny bit, but it's nowhere near enough to produce a tornado. We did just get an update to this severe thunderstorm warning. They have downgraded it to half-dollar-sized hail, but that is still some pretty large hail, so please do be getting away from windows when that approaches you there. We'll wait to see if this one gets upgraded near Mahoning, because it is actually producing hail up to 70 dBZs on the reflectivity here. So we'll wait to see if this one does get upgraded to maybe half-dollar or even ping-pong ball-sized hail there. The most significant hail reports that we do have for today are 2-inch hail reports, which is lime-size hail. So that is that's pretty large, but honestly, I was kind of expecting to see at least 1 or 2, baseballs, not necessarily baseball, but kind of tennis ball-sized hail reports. We did not see anything to that magnitude, but we did have a couple of lime-sized hail reports once again, both from Lawrence County in Pennsylvania. This severe weather outbreak has been pretty much entirely focused on Pennsylvania. We had a few severe storms in northeast Ohio, but for the most part, most of the damage we're going to be looking at here is going to be in Pennsylvania. In fact, we take a look at the power outage map, we do actually see that currently there are 40,000 customers in Pennsylvania without power due to these storms, which is a pretty significant amount. Right? You can kind of see that the state is a little bit darker on the state outage map there. That's because there is quite a few customers without power. We did actually just get a new severe thunderstorm warning. That's going to be for the Akron, Ohio area. That's for 1-inch in diameter hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts there. So do be looking out for that. That is actually a pretty strong storm there approaching Akron. A lot of the areas here have been hit just over and over again. Like areas like Indiana, Punxsutawney, Katanning. Some of these spots have literally been under like 10 severe thunderstorm warnings today. Like, I'm pretty sure Katanning, it's been under, like, at least 7 or 8 severe thunderstorm warnings in one day, which is just ridiculous. It's not like it's kind of hitting different areas. No, it's kind of a line of storms hitting the same area over and over again, which has resulted in that flash flooding there for portions of northern PA here in central PA. The flash flood warnings are for Butler County, Lawrence County, Mercer County, Clarion County, Armstrong County. We've also got Jefferson County and Indiana counties that are under a flash flood warning in Pennsylvania. We do actually also have 5,000 customers in Ohio without power, but that number is quickly being restored. Earlier, it was much worse than that. It was about 10,000 at one point. So things are getting fixed back up there, but Pennsylvania is still going to need quite a bit of help to get those kind of get their power back, you know. So hopefully those numbers do restore relatively quickly. Again, we are left with 3 severe thunderstorm warnings now. This one is going to be for half-dollar-sized hail. This one's going to be for quarter-sized hail. And then this one is for quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts near Akron, Ohio. Ohio has gotten hit relatively hard today, but it's not been anything insane by any means. Pennsylvania has definitely been the epicenter of all this severe weather. We have not seen any tornadoes today. We've not even seen any tornado warnings today. We've not even seen any severe thunderstorm warnings with the tornado possible tag. These storms were just not rotating like they were anticipated to. Not even close, okay? It's honestly been quite a disappointment in terms of a tornadic threat. If you are a weather watcher fan, obviously it's not good to have tornadoes, but, you know, like, if they touch down in, like, an open field, that's the kind of tornado I like. I don't like the ones that, like, you know, kill people, obviously, but just wanted to clear that up because I made it sound like there that I actually like tornadoes, but yeah, it's just been... it's been a little bit of a letdown not being able to see anything even close to a tornado. Again, I want to reemphasize, I don't like the tornadoes that go through metro areas, but I want to see some tornadoes touch down in a rural area, you know? I want to see big ones. But yeah. Anyway, again, this storm is rotating just a little bit there, but it's not enough, not even close enough to produce a tornado. That's southwest of Clinton. But we'll continue to watch that. And then we're also going to watch our storm near Akron, because it's actually the only storm right now capable of producing 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts or higher. Again, this does include downtown Akron, as well as Barberton and New Franklin, and Cuyahoga Falls, all the way out to Tallmadge. The population of this severe thunderstorm warning is very large. That's the unfortunate thing about today. These storms have been in incredibly unpopulated areas. Yeah, this severe thunderstorm warning has almost 500,000 people in the Polygon, which is insane for a severe warning. Alright. In terms of damage reports from today, we do actually have 20 reports of wind damage / 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts or higher. And then we have 39 reports of hail of 1 inch or larger and 2 reports of hail of 2 inches or larger. If you're in Pittsburgh, this severe thunderstorm is likely going to kind of go off to the north of you. But if you're in even like Ross Township or McCandles, you're going to get hit by this most likely. So it's not going to be anything crazy, but again, it is going to bring possibly some large hail and gusty winds with it, as well as heavy rain and quite a bit of lightning actually as well. This severe thunderstorm warning kind of has 2 storms associated with it. So if you're in Akron, you're going to get hit by this one, which is the less intense one, but it's still going to be some wind, some hail. But the stronger one is this one on the backside. I think this is actually the one that warranted the severe thunderstorm warning. This one that's currently crossing the intersection of Interstate 71 and Highway 57 right there. That's the big one. Again, very populated area, unfortunately. The entirety of Pennsylvania and eastern Ohio are very populated. Very, very populated indeed. Which obviously is not great for a storm like this. That's why we have so many power outages. 40,000 customers without power. In Pennsylvania alone. Ohio's got several thousand more, about 5,000 more I think it was at this point. But again, earlier that was up to about 10,000. The most significant wind gust report we've gotten today is that 68 mile per hour gust that we had in Trumbull County, Ohio. But again, those 80-foot down trees, that's got to be, you know, at least 60 to 70 mile per hour winds. We had several reports of power lines down, highway signs down, trees down, roof damage, kind of your standard wind damage reports. We did have a full roof blown off of a building in Clinton County in Pennsylvania there. But yeah, now we are just left with, 4 severe thunderstorm warnings. I did not even hear the fourth one. I didn't hear the noise. I did not hear it get issued. But apparently we do have a 4th severe thunderstorm warning now. That is the one that we've already mentioned, actually, for the north side of Pittsburgh. So, I guess we've already covered that properly. Again, this guy here near Center Township is definitely going to be a large hailmaker for sure. So I might look out for that if I was anywhere north of Pittsburgh there, the downtown Pittsburgh area. And let's bring it back to Akron. Again, all these storms are in incredibly populated areas. Alright. Sorry, I've been silent here. If anybody does have any questions about their location, go ahead and leave those down below in chat. I am going to be live for tomorrow and Tuesday and Wednesday. It's going to be an active stretch of weather, you guys. And I am kind of watching this near Center Township. It's definitely a large hailmaker, maybe a little bit of damaging winds associated with that as well. And up here towards Akron, this storm is not super impressive. It was probably just enough to warrant this severe thunderstorm warning. I'd still watch out for that, though. But it's mainly just going to be some wind, some hail, nothing too crazy. Your standard strong to severe storm. The rotation has completely fizzled out now on our storm near Bakerstown. It's not impressive. It's kind of just turned into a windbag that just passed through the Fawn Township. This will be enough to probably down some trees, maybe some power lines. It's definitely going to cause quite a few problems. It may even add to the power outage toll just because of how many people live in this area. It's going right through the Harian Township, the north side. So you got to look out for that windbag there, the remnants of the rotation. Again, the rotation was never super impressive, but it's completely gone now. We haven't had, any impressive rotation today at all. The storms have been too close to each other. They've been evenly distributing the energy instead of one storm taking over and producing a massive tornado. Which is why we only had that 5% tornado risk in the first place, is because this was expected to happen. For some reason, this storm is pretty weirdly shaped. The one north of Wadsworth heading for Akron. Again, we're mainly just watching Ohio and Pennsylvania at this point. West Virginia has gotten off scot-free. don't think West Virginia has had any severe warnings today. And they were in part of the enhanced risk. Which, again, the enhanced risk has been removed, but we are still with a slight risk. We do have a slight risk tomorrow for the Mid-Atlantic area. Now, that's not going to be the main focus for tomorrow, because obviously we have a double enhanced risk across the plains. But it's going to be something we'll watch. And then also, we have this enhanced risk in the Midwest. On Tuesday, we do have Storm Chaser Brandon Kopic here, getting in position for this next storm. He is, actually, fun fact, in my town right now. That's kind of cool. Alright. Okay, so not too much going on right now, other than those few severe storms that we do have with us still. We're down to 3 severe thunderstorm warnings now. One of them did expire. We still have this one for the north side of Pittsburgh, and then also this one over here closer to Punxsutawney, and then we've also got that one near Akron. But none of them are really that impressive at this point. The main thing is just going to be damaging winds and some large hail. I am calling this the Great Tree Shredder because of how many different damage to tree reports we had. So, I just thought it was kind of a fun name for this event. The Great Tree Shredder of Pennsylvania. I was really not planning on going live again tonight, but I was like, well, you know, what else am I going to do? Watch the weather off live? Probably. So, might as well go ahead and hop on. And that's what I decided to do. We do actually have a couple of storms here in Oregon. None of them are really that impressive, though. We still actually surprisingly have a severe thunderstorm watch for the next 74 minutes for a good chunk of eastern Ohio, northern West Virginia, and western and central Pennsylvania. It has been shrunk just a little bit. It used to go all the way out to Scranton. It does not anymore. It's still pretty good size, though. And still nothing impressive on the velocities, really, at all. I'm not expecting a tornado at this point. I know the thumbnail says a tornado likely. That's because that's what I was thinking at the beginning of the first stream. I was thinking, okay, we'll probably have one tornado today, so I'll put tornado likely. But it was actually kind of the opposite. Nothing at all got even close to producing a tornado. It's not like, oh, this almost did, but yeah. Okay, good night. But yeah, poor birds all trying to nest in this mess. Yeah, for sure. Alright. We may have just like a little bit of rotation left here to the south and the west of Cranberry Township, but it's not enough to really, you know, warrant any sort of recognition. I mean, I just recognized it, but ignore that. Again, it's right in there. We'll just watch it for a little bit. It's probably not going to do anything, though. Again, we are getting some pretty high winds about to approach the city of Akron here in Ohio. And then we've also got our storm south of Punxsutawney. Or Punxsutawney. Or is it, oh yeah, it's just Punxsutawney. I was thinking of Punxsutawney Phil. And I said Punxsutawney. But anyway, this storm is weakening out quite a bit. This one, it does not even have a special weather statement on it, but it may be capable of producing some small hail. I haven't even mentioned our special weather statement storms yet. We have one of them in Ohio here, but that's for the storm that is now severe warned. And then we've also got one all the way out here in the northern portion of the Delmarva Peninsula and southern New Jersey. I do have a YouTube friend, you guys probably know him, Mr. Storm. He lives out here in Long Island, so he probably got some stuff today. He said he was going to record some stuff, so anybody excited for that, there you go. He's likely going to be posting a video. Oh, I don't know that for a fact, though. I don't want to make it sound like he's going to, and then he doesn't, and then everybody gets mad at him. Actually, everybody would probably get mad at me, and fair enough. Anyway. Again, we do have those 2 flash flood warnings. We may see another one pop up sometime tonight. Just because of how repeatedly these towns have gotten hit hard by heavy rain. Like, it's not like it's a one and done. Like, no, you're getting hit again, you're getting hit again, you're getting hit again. Again, there's your minor rotation located southwest of the Cranberry Township. We will wait for a new radar update here. There's the reflectivity update. Let's see the velocities. Yeah, still, it's kind of directly south now of the Cranberry Township. It's going to go right over I-79 here and I-76 near the Evoqua Water Technologies, LLC. The storm actually does have a pretty interesting shape on radar. Again, if you're just not tuning in, we are looking at some more severe weather in Pennsylvania and Ohio tonight. Large hail and damaging winds are still in play, and an isolated tornado cannot be ruled out, but I don't know. I don't think a tornado is likely at this point. I said that last stream, too, and I'm sticking with it. I really don't think it's likely anymore. So it's mainly going to be damaging winds and large hail. If you are in western PA or eastern Ohio, Cranberry Township, again, you have a little bit of rotation just off to your south, but it's nothing immediately concerning, but it is kind of impressive how it did recycle well. Or actually, no, that's a whole new area of rotation. Our old one was back here near Clinton. It's still, like, too broad, though. Like, you see all that gray in between where the red and the green meet? That indicates the fact that they're not, like, going at each other. They're still a good distance of kind of separated. Now, if that gray disappears, then we have a problem. Because that means there's actually some rotation developing. That might even prompt a tornado warning, but at the minute, we don't have that. And we have not had anything like that all day. What do you think about Oklahoma for tomorrow? Oklahoma tomorrow, we are definitely going to have some spots that are going to get some strong to severe storms in the late evening time hours here. Oklahoma, if you are in like the western portion of the state, we're definitely going to see at least a few severe storms roll through that area there. We do have an enhanced risk of severe weather, but really everywhere else in the state too is going to be under the gun. Anywhere from the Woodward area back towards Tulsa, we are still in that slight risk of severe weather. We have a marginal risk for basically the entire state, except for a little bit of the Panhandle and a little bit of southeastern Oklahoma, but yeah, I think Oklahoma, depending on where you're at, you could see some impressive stuff tomorrow. Large hail, damaging winds, maybe an isolated tornado. I actually think the greater tornado threat lies up here, though, in this northern enhanced risk up in Nebraska, actually. I mean, this is Tornado Alley right here. This is your classic springtime / summertime storm. I mean, obviously it's still spring, but I'm saying these also happen in the summer quite a bit. Alright, So it is looking to me, at least, like this rotation may be dying out a little bit. Once the green starts becoming a little bit skinnier at the end, usually that indicates some weakening in rotation. That's how our last one looked, and then it died out. So let's hope that's a sign of that. That's new from yesterday. Yeah, there are 2 enhanced risks now instead of just 1. That is new information. You know people in Oklahoma, but you're in the Midwest? Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, Oklahoma, Texas, Kansas, Nebraska, pretty much the entirety of the southern and central plains are going to get hit hard tomorrow by damaging winds and large hail. And again, I would not rule out a tornado or two, but I'm also not guaranteeing one. We do have a very high significant tornado parameter in portions of West Oklahoma, but the Storm Prediction Center and all the other forecasting models are not agreeing with that. We are at a slight risk of tornadoes. That's what that brown is. 5% slight risk. And just to clarify, because I know this confuses people a lot, a 5% risk does not mean that we only have a 5% chance to see a tornado tomorrow. What that means is Oklahoma City has a 5% chance, and Wichita has a 5% chance, and Manhattan has a 5% chance, and Lincoln has a 5% chance. And once you take all those and you put it together, the actual chance of us seeing a tornado somewhere tomorrow is much higher. It's probably around a 50% chance that we see a tornado tomorrow. It's a 50-50, maybe closer to 25%, I don't know. After today's bust, I'm kind of, I'm like, maybe not. Looks like we did just have another severe thunderstorm warning get canceled. So we are still with the one north of Pittsburgh and also the one near Akron, both very populated areas once again. Let's actually go ahead and turn on the power outage map again. Let's see if it's updated. It has, and actually a lot of customers have gotten it restored, so that's good. Earlier it was up to 40,000, now we're all the way down to 36,000, so it's good that they were getting the power back that fast. Again, we're down to 2 severe thunderstorm warnings. Both expire in 19 minutes. We are watching this one here near McCandless for some very, very minor broad rotation, but that's dying out pretty hard here. Again, I was really not planning on even going live again tonight, but I was like, what else am I going to do? I have rested up since the end of last stream. I know at the end of last stream I was like super tired. I didn't like take a nap or anything, but I have rested up. And unfortunately now I'm not going to be tired when I need to go to sleep tonight. Alright. So, again, we're going to watch this area of rotation close to Interstates 76 and 79. And then also our storm near Akron. I'm not very impressed by the one near Akron, though. I'm really not. I think some small hail and gusty winds are all that's left of it at this point. It's died out even more since last I looked. Bunch of weather people were on earlier. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I know Max Velocity was live. We had the Pennsylvania Weather Watchers, or whatever their channel name is. It's just because you don't get events like this in this area very often in April. Tornado season for Pennsylvania is like August, September. Usually in April, it's honestly too cold for stuff like this. The dew points struggle to rise high enough, but this is a rare occasion where that is not the case. Alright, again, our storm near Akron may be doing some small hail and gusty winds to the downtown area, the metro, but not quite as concerning as our storm north of Pittsburgh. Yeah, definitely true. The Pennsylvania, the Northeast does not get severe weather events in spring, usually. Spring is usually the Midwest's time to shine. usually, fall is the deep south. All right, they kind of own the deep south. The Northeast usually gets most of summer's attention. The Midwest and the plains are usually spring's deal. And winter severe weather events don't happen quite as much, but when they do, it's usually basically hugging the Gulf of Mexico because that's like the only area where the dew points can rise high enough for severe weather in winter. Now, I'm not saying other areas don't get severe weather events in winter, but it doesn't happen very often, honestly. Like this winter, I can think of 100 different, severe weather events that happen in the Gulf of Mexico, but I can't think of any that happened in the Midwest. Actually, that's not true. There were a couple, but you know what I mean. And the Western United States, they don't really have a severe weather season. Other than California, they don't get too much severe weather. California does get atmospheric rivers. Very rarely they get hurricanes. But that's like other than Hillary that we got last year, the last time we got a hurricane in California was like 80 years ago. But, the West doesn't really get too much severe weather. They don't really have a season. Alright, our rotation near Wexford, as I predicted, is weakening out a significant amount. It's not tight enough. But what is going to happen, like our other pocket of rotation that died out, is it's going to leave an area of downburst winds. Alright? This is going to, it's going to likely knock out power for a few more people here that are down the line for this. So if you're in Gibsonia, Bakerstown Station, Richland Township, you may start to get some power outages. Because of these downburst winds that are the leftovers of the rotation there. So you may see a few more power outages from that. There's still a little bit of hail associated with this storm here north of Pittsburgh, but it's nothing crazy. And the one up near Akron, again, I've emphasized this several times, but I don't think it's really even severe anymore. I think gusty winds and small hail may occur, but I'm not expecting anything crazy for you. Maybe a couple of power outages, which is obviously unfortunate and not ideal, but, it's nighttime anyway. You don't need the lights on. It's tricky to tell what this is near Wadsworth, and that severe thunderstorm warning for Akron just got canceled. Nice. So we are left with just this one warning. This could be the final warning of the event, you guys. This could be the last one. And even it's kind of dying out. We may be seeing the end of the event right now. Hours and hours of severe storms. It may finally be over. And I don't mean the event as a whole is going to be over. You're still going to get some storms with some wind and some hail, but I'm saying this is probably going to be the last severe storm that we have here. The others are not quite as impressive. We do actually have a stronger thunderstorm up here in Montana near the Grass Range area. And it's even rotating a little bit. 40-mile-per-hour winds and penny-sized hail. Yeah, it's even rotating a little bit. That's really interesting, you guys. Near Grass Range, Montana. Look out. This is pretty much paralleling Highway 87. It's going to go to the north of Grass Range. It's going to cross 19 and then eventually start paralleling 200. So look out there. It's definitely a stronger storm up in Montana there. And again, the only severe storm we have left. This one here on the north side of Pittsburgh. And yeah, that rotation's gone. You can't even see it anymore. And that is leaving us with a pocket of downburst winds, though, near the Hampton Township area. Just to the north of it. Just went through the south side of Gibsonia. Gibsonia, probably. I did hear the new velocity update sound coming for this. This is actually the most concerning rotation we've seen all day. Now, that's not to say a tornado is gonna happen within this second, but honestly, like, that's rotation. Like, I would not expect to see that in central Montana in mid-April. This just went by Lewistown. We may even get a brief tornado out of this down the line, you guys. I'm not kidding. This may honestly get tornado warned. I'm not gonna guarantee that, but I'm not gonna rule it out either. I think it's more likely that we don't get one, but it's definitely possible. It's been rotating for quite a while, too. There's like this meme where Western United States general thunderstorm risks are always equal to like a Midwestern high risk because, you know, the general thunderstorm risks out in like California surprise me sometimes. Sometimes they even drop tornadoes in general thunderstorm risks, but sometimes Midwest high risk events, well, not high risk events always perform well, but sometimes like Midwest enhanced risks just don't do anything. But California's general thunderstorm risk, yeah. And that doesn't happen every time, but it happens quite a bit, especially with atmospheric rivers. I think they need to start issuing California severe risks more often. I think they need to take California more seriously. This is coming from the person that just said 10 minutes ago the Western United States doesn't really get severe weather. So, yeah. Just kind of noticed a flaw in my thinking. Alright, on a more serious note, though, this storm is done. Let's be real here, it's done. Gusty winds, small hail. That's what we're getting out of this. Alrighty. With climate change it is. Again, if you're just now tuning in, we're looking at the last severe thunderstorm of this major severe weather outbreak. I feel pretty confident in saying that. This is riding I-76 right now. It's going to head towards New Kensington. Actually, it's kind of moving more to the southeast, so it may go south of New Kensington. It's going to go, it's really riding I-76 there. Oh, wait, Mr. Storm. Just got hit by a microburst out there in Long Island. Mr. Storm, I'm curious. Are you able to call? Because I'm kind of wrapping up here, so I'm wondering if you would like to chat after the stream, if you're able to. So again, this storm is basically riding Interstate 76. It's going to hit Harmer Township. Had 40-mile-per-hour winds and extremely heavy rain. I kind of wish I could get that. I'm pretty sure I'm the only person to ever say that. I am in the day 3 slate risk, though, so I've got a chance. I've definitely got a chance. Came out of nowhere. But yeah, Mr. Storm, are you able to call after this? Just let me know. Because again, I'm kind of wrapping up here, and I have something I want to discuss. You don't think you can call? Alright, that's good. That's good. Wow, we actually do have a 70 DBZ that just went through Pleasant Hill. Katanning has been hit so hard today. Busy with school and weather forecasting. Yeah, I understand for sure. But yeah, Katanning has been under like 7 severe thunderstorm warnings today. Feels so bad for that little community. Everybody in there's got to be out of power, bro. And dang it, I thought we were done. New severe thunderstorm warning for Canton, Ohio. 1-inch hail, wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour. It's currently sitting over Waco. Again, these storms choose the most populated areas to pop up in. Alright, I'm probably not going to be live for the entire duration of this severe thunderstorm warning. I'm just going to say that right now. It's not that impressive anyway. Some small hail is all you're going to get out of that. Maybe some isolated gusty winds. And again, this storm is also dying out. So again, this hail core is riding I-76. Currently hitting Harmer Township, Harmer Heights. It is going to continue to take a southeast dive here, eventually make it towards the Springdale and Cheswick area, as well as Barking. Been so busy you haven't updated in 5 or 6 days. Yeah, the weather has been ridiculous lately, so I've been trying to stay on top of it, but some days I'm just, ugh. Springtime is ridiculous. Alright, see ya, Ellis. Again, this little guy here up near Grass Range, Montana, is actually rotating a decent amount there. Again, I'm not saying a tornado is immediately likely, but one down the line honestly would not shock me. And we still have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings. This one expires in 4 minutes, though. Hello, Airborne. Ellis pops out, Airborne pops in. Alright. Your allergies got bad? I hate springtime allergies. I don't think anybody likes springtime allergies. Our severe thunderstorm warning north of Pittsburgh has been canceled, so now we're left with just this one over Canton, Ohio. I guess as long as everybody else is here, I'll go ahead and stay on stream for a little bit. I've gotten like 300 texts during this live stream, I'm not even going to lie to you. Being in like 20 group chats at once is not great. I am speaking from experience. So we do have a little bit of a higher wind pocket here near East Canton. This could knock out a few more people's power. Again, at this point, that is the main thing, is power outages. These damaging winds, man. Alright, let's go back out to Montana. Yeah, Okay, we actually did just get a new special weather statement for Lynette. Still 40-mile-per-hour winds and half-inch hail. So the hail actually got downgraded, which makes sense. Alright, see ya, Mr. Storm. It's been great having you. Alright. Yep, stay safe, everyone. And again, it's this one storm. Die out. I just want this event to be over. Still have 37 people without power in 37,000 people in Pennsylvania without power. That number actually did go up just a little bit again, unfortunately. Ohio is down to 4,000, so that's going down, which is good. I think that Canton storm, though, is definitely going to bring things back up at least a little bit. But even including the Akron storm, the power outages have gone down, so that's good. Overall, things are chilling down. Calming down. Does chilling down make sense? I don't know. But yeah, this storm is about to cross Highway 30 here. Actually, no, it's heading east, so it already crossed Highway 30. It's going to head towards Mapleton very soon. If you are on the north side of Mapleton, I would watch out for this. And there you go. It's right through downtown Mapleton, actually. And it is going to continue to head off to the south and the east here. It's probably actually going to leave the warning box. Minerva, I think the south side of town could get hit by some hail, maybe a little bit of wind. Same thing with the north side of Malvern. I think Malvern's probably just barely going to miss this, though, for the most part. And new velocity scan. Again, we still do have a little pocket of higher winds there near Mapleton. So, do be watching out for that. Again, I think a few more power outages will result of this storm here. If you are in Canton, you do actually have another storm coming for you, but this is not the big one. This one still will be capable of producing some gusty winds and maybe a little bit of isolated small hail. I think it's going to go pretty much right through, or no, it's actually heading southeast too. So that's going to go through the south side of Canton, near North Industry, Waco, Moreland, Howenstein. My gosh, there's a huge bug in this room. I'm not one of those people that like hates bugs and is terrified of them, but that is a big bug. We do have a new special weather statement. This is for a ton of storms. All of these here are in this one warning for half-inch hail. That goes all the way from Boardman back into Mansfield, Ohio. Oh crap, is that a wasp? I stressed a stream or two ago about how much I hate wasps. Okay, I've just got to hope that that's not a wasp, and if it is, that it doesn't see me. I'm warning you, though, as soon as that wasp approaches me, I'm screaming and running out of this room. So, rip headphone users. Again, there's your little storm there, the last severe storm. I said that about the other one too, so, but I think for real though, this is the last one. Again, it's not like we don't have more storms coming. We have a ton more storms still on the way. We've still got that huge line. It's just they're all way weaker and none of them are severe anymore. Other than the one near Canton. Canton. Feels weird to say Canton. think most people would probably just pronounce it Canton, especially if they're from Canton. So the biggest of the hail is located right over Mapleton right now, and it's going to, well, actually now at this point it's probably south there. It's probably outside the warning box at this point. It's probably around the Avalon Road area on the north side of Malvern. Highway 20. It's then going to continue to head southeast here, drop some hail in the Leda Bon Air Estates area, the Sandy Hills Estates area. Again, Oneida, I think, could get a little bit of hail. I know I said I wasn't going to be live for this Severe Thunderstorm Warning's entire lifespan, but I think I kind of want to be. I want to see it die out, and I want to let you guys see it die out on stream. It's over. It's finally over. Alright, yeah, the storm has left the warning box now, and it has actually already crossed Avalon Road at this point. And now it's going to be heading for the Blake Road area, the Alliance Road. Again, Oneida, I think, is going to get hit by it. And whenever the storm leaves the warning box up here, fittingly, like the last one, another one takes its place. Just like the last storm up by Akron did. Again, this is to the south of Highway 30, and this one is going to go through a pretty similar area to the last one. I think that, let's see here, Mapleton, the south side of Mapleton, may get hit by this, and it's going to continue to head southeast there. It's going to go through a very similar area once again. North side of Malvern, probably close to Oneida as well, Sandy Hill Estates, that whole area, just like this one is. Alright, we have 9 minutes left on this warning. I think I might get canceled, though. And then we will finally be done. Finally. We have a new special marine warning that is going to be for portions of New Jersey and Delaware. Wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour possible there. Let's go and take a look at our storm near Lewiston again in Montana, or off to the east of Lewiston now, near Winnett. Again, that's paralleling Highway 200. Pretty much riding Highway 200, actually, east of Grass Range at this point. And, again, we're just waiting this one out. I know it's not going to do anything. I just want to see it die. Is that violent? Probably. It's a storm, though, so probably not. It's probably just cringy. I feel like the word cringy is kind of cringy. Why am I putting an emphasis on E? Cringe-y. We do have a mesoscale effect that will remain for the next 38 minutes here, just like this severe thunderstorm watch. A short-term threat for isolated hail and damaging wind continues, but should gradually diminish with time later tonight. So, even the National Weather Service and the Storm Prediction Center are noting it's over. Because that was 48 minutes ago that they issued that. So at this point, it's over, according to them, and I'd agree. Let's just hope that I don't hear bam, bam, bam one more time. I think I'll go insane if I do. Okay. Maybe I'm already insane. We should get a new radar update here any minute now for the Canton storm. Canton. I said I was going to call it Canton, not Canton. And again, our storms back here in Pennsylvania are going to be some wind, some hail, but overall, nothing severe for the rest of the night. Several pockets of heavy rain, though, I will say. This one here is a good example of one that is going to be producing those higher winds, potentially up to 50 miles per hour. I really think it should get a special weather statement or something. It is about to hit Kylertown, the south side of Kylertown. This is coming in to the south of Interstate 80. So pretty much south of Kylertown, actually, not on the south side, south of it. The Kylertown drifting highway, it's going to go through that area. It's then going to head towards Winburn and Lance, the north side of Allport. So this is coming in for you. And yeah, this one is getting pretty close to Mapleton. The south side of Mapleton is going to get hit by this most likely. You can't really say the south side of Mapleton. It's really just a little street out there. And let's see. Montana. And the storm just passed through Grass Range. It's going to continue to head out towards Gwinnett. It's basically riding I-200, or sorry, Highway 200. Gwinnett is a bigger town, so. It did go through Lewistown. It's a good thing I didn't do anything in Lewistown, because Lewistown is like, you know, a city. It's not just one of these tiny communities out here. It's like a pretty big city. Ooh, some higher winds entering Minerva. It's doing that little downburst wind thing. Actually, no, that's not going to head for Minerva because it's moving off to the south and the east. It's going to hit the south side of Minerva. It's going right through Pekin, so we may, again, see a few more power outages. I know that's like my catchphrase at this point, but it's true. Hopefully that doesn't make that get rewarned for another severe warning. If it does, I'm ending off the stream anyway. I'm not staying live for any longer. I do want to thank you guys all for tuning into all these streams today, if you did. Even if you just tuned into one of them. Even if you just tuned in for a couple of seconds. I do really appreciate it. Let's kind of take one last round here of all of our storms before we end off. That one's dying out in its rotation. Our storms in Oregon are going to be some lightning makers potentially, but nothing else really. Maybe some small hail, some gusty winds. California, we do have a couple of storms out there still. Nothing crazy though. What else did we have? We got this storm out here, capable of producing gusty winds. We have another special marine warning for that, by the way. It's still just for 40-mile-per-hour winds, though, just a different area. Our storms in Pennsylvania. You know, I think it would be fitting if we ended off this live stream the same way that we started the first one. I loved how I said this was going to be a one-stream thing, and then it turned into 3 streams. But we started off the first one by taking a look at all the areas around the country because we were bored and the storms weren't firing up yet. So let's do that again to finish off. North Texas, got 73 degrees out there. It's a nice night. Oklahoma City, you've got 78 degrees out there. It's an even nicer night. Burlington, Kansas, you got about 70 degrees on the board for you. If you are up there in northwest Iowa, it's chilly out there. It's about 47 degrees. Southern Louisiana, 69 degrees on the board for Browsard. Charlotte, North Carolina, got about 63 degrees. We should... they got rid of the stadium cam. That's really unfortunate. I loved that. It had such a nice view. Alright. Let's watch it die, everybody. We've waited so long for this moment, or at least I have. You guys probably don't care. Die out, die out. We're ending the stream at almost exactly an hour long. These guys here. Oh my goodness, do not tell me that's growing a hail core good enough to warrant a severe warning. It's going to be close. It's going to be a close call if they issued a severe warning for that one or not. I do want to see this pocket of winds that just went through the Minerva area and what that looks like now. Oh, wow, yeah. So still a few power outages may come out of that, and the one up here near Mapleton's growing some damaging winds as well, it looks like, which is unfortunate, because it means they might issue a new severe warning. Please don't. Just let me go. I've sat here for almost 3 hours today in total. Please. Please. I'm pretty sure this is my longest amount of streaming time in one day ever. Like, I've done, like, long one streams, but I've never done 3 hours in total in a day, I don't think. Maybe I did once. I don't really remember. There we go. It's gone. It's officially expired. 0 minutes left. Let's go. I have to be quiet because my family's asleep, but let's go. Alright. If you guys did enjoy this video, please do be sure to like and subscribe, or this live stream rather. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm ending off before we get another severe warning, and I have to stay.